This is part 1 of 2 tutorials covering the references section in Microsoft Word 2010. Part 1 will cover inserting citations in bibliography, and part 2 will cover the table of contents, footnotes and cross-referencing. Referencing using Microsoft Word 2010 makes life much easier. You just add the details for the material you're using or going to use, and it will do a lot of the hard work for you. But before you begin, you must select the reference style you're going to use. In this case, it will be Harvard, which is the designated reference style for BCFE. So I'm just going to go up to the References ribbon. And under Citations and Bibliography, I would choose Style. Now, as you can see, there are a range of style options available, such as APA and MLA, so you just need to choose the style that you want. In addition, if you need to change your existing style, for instance, you used MLA, but you now need Harvard, all you need to do is select Harvard and update. To put in details of the items or items you will be citing in the document, you go up to Manage Sources, and that gives you the Source Manager dialog box. And I'm going to select New. Now, in the first field there, you have a drop-down menu which offers you different options in terms of the type of source, and it will dictate what fields are made available to you. So website or electronic source, sound recording, film, whatever it might be. In my case, I'm going to select book. The next field is the author, so I'm just going to go to Edit. In this case, there are 2 authors, so I just go Add, and you can see her name has gone down to the names box. The other author is Ailish Flood, and just go Add. Now, on the book cover, Ailish Flood's name is first, so I just select that and go up, and it moves her above Katrina Hardy. Go OK. The next field I'm required to put in is the title. Now, each time I click into a field, you'll see on the bottom they offer you an example of what should go into that particular field. So year, city, they have Chicago. So just put in the title of the book, which is Early Care and Education Practice. The year it was published was 2013 in Dublin. Gillen Macmillan, and we need to put in the L in Dublin, or I need to put it in. Okay, I'll just do it again. Dublin, and the publisher is Gill and Macmillan. Now, on the bottom here you can see Show All Bibliography Fields, so that offers me additional fields if I need them. I'm just going to untick that and go OK. Now, as you can see, the names have been added, or the book has been added to the master list and the current list. You can see that there are other sources listed on the master list. These are sources that I've used in earlier documents, and I can just select one and copy it across. The ones on the right, the current list, they're the sources that will appear on your bibliography or that you're going to use in your current document. So you need to transfer it from the master list to the current list if you have an existing source that you want to use. Okay, so we're going to add another source. In this case, it's going to be a website. And again, the author is Tina Sieber. Okay. And her first name is Tina. Now, with websites, you don't always get a lot of information in terms of who the author is or when it was originally published or added to the website. So in that case, you just put in the date that you accessed it. Okay, the next field is the name of the web page. I find the best thing to do for that is to go down to your browser and go to the page that you took the actual quote from and select the URL. And then you can either do Control-C or right-click mouse and go copy, and then go back to your document and do Control-V or right-click and paste. Okay, it's easier to do it that way because you get a lot of hieroglyphics when you're looking in the URLs. Okay, so the page, the year it was published was 2010. The year accessed was 2014. the month December and the day 18th. Now they've also asked for the URL, so I'm just going to go back up here, Control and C and Control and V, and paste it in there. Again, you can see there are additional bibliography fields available if you should need them. So I'm just going to untick that and go OK. So now I have the sources that I'll be using in the current list. So I just close and start putting the citations into my document. So the first one I'm going to click on is here. So I go up to Insert Citation and we'll choose Daisy Lamb. And I'll just go down a bit and just go Insert Citation. Again, choose whichever one I want. And I'm just going to go here again and I'll choose the same one. Now if I go back into Manage Sources, you'll see little ticks beside Daisy Lamb and Eilish Flood. That means that I've quoted them or cited them in my document. So I'm just going to close. Tina has yet to be cited, so I'll just go down here and add Tina. Okay, so I've put in my sources. Now there's one source that I haven't yet put in because I didn't have the information. So what I can do is go up to, I have two options. I can go up to Insert Citation, add new source, or I can go back into Manage Sources and put it in here. In this case, I'm just going to go up to Insert Citation, add new source, and it's going to be a book. The author is going to be me. Add, okay. The title is going to be the PCFE Guide to Effective Study. The year 2014, City Dublin, and the publisher can be Good Guides Limited. Again, I can add in additional information if I wish. So I'm just going to go OK. So now it's put in that new source. The next thing I'm going to look at is add new placeholder. You would use that, say for instance you have a source but you don't have all the information yet, so you just want to put in a reminder. So you just go to add new placeholder and you can give it a name. In this case I'm just going to call it winter and go OK. So you can just click on it and you get a drop down menu and you can come back to it later and edit the citation. So if you've used pages, particular pages from it, you can put that in there. Okay, and edit source. So then you can just put in all the additional information that you need to put in and go OK. Now you've put in your sources, but you need to add additional information. So you can click on them here and just get the drop down menu and edit citations. So you can put in, say you've used page 25 for this particular quote, and we'll go down here to Flood and Hardy again, click on the drop down menu and edit citation, and you can put in whatever page number you used. And again, if you want to, you can edit source and you can put in additional information or change information if necessary. So you're now ready to put in your bibliography. So I'll scroll down to the end of the document and I'm going to go to the insert ribbon and I'm going to put in a page break so that the bibliography will have a page to itself. Go to references. So I just go to bibliography and I can choose the whichever one I want, bibliography or works cited, or this is the one I created earlier. So I'm just going to use this one. So as you can see, it's put in all the information that you included in your document, and also it's listed all the sources you've used even if you haven't quoted them directly in the document. Okay, so we have update citations and bibliography. What I'm going to do is just go up here and add another source just to show you this in action. So I'm going to call it a book. The author can be Moffat, Molly, add, and it's the secret to pie making. The year was 2014, the city Dublin, and the publishers are Favourite Pies Limited. Now again, you can take the show all bibliography fields and add in more information if you want. Just go OK. So now I've added that in, and it's not in my bibliography because I've added it after I put in the bibliography. So just go up to Update Citations and Bibliography, and you can see that it's added Miss Moffat. Now, looking at the layout of this, I want to make some changes to it. So what I've got to do is go up here and tick on, you see the little dots here, just click on that and it selects everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new bibliography style that suits me better. Okay, so I just go to Home. I'm going to go to the paragraph dialog box and I'm going to put in some spacing between sources. So that's that. Okay, I'm just going to select these and I'm going to change the font type to Times New Roman, and I'm going to go up here and make this text a different color. Okay, so what I can do now is just select it all again, go up to References, back into Bibliography, and I can say Selection to Bibliography Gallery. So I will call it BCFE Bibliography. Okay, and just go OK. It just means that at a later date, if I want to use this particular type of bibliography again, I can just go up to Bibliography and choose the BCFE Bibliography. Now, another option you may have noticed when I was adding in the sources to the document, just page back up here, is if I click here, Edit Citation. Oh no, that's not what I want. Okay, convert citation to static text. You might use that if you were giving your document to somebody who has an earlier version of Word. The only problem is that if you change it to citations, if you change it to citations and bibliography to static text, it means that it will no longer be possible for your citations and bibliography to update automatically. So you need to be careful as to when you use it, or if you use it even. Okay, that's it for citations and bibliography. Part 2 will cover the table of contents, footnotes and cross-referencing. Thank you.